Yeah, huh? Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, yeah. It's so I get it. So raw. It's so raw. It's so raw. One album is getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas. 3 years deep now, keeping them guessing. 4-star hotel, what's for breakfast? 5 fingers, give you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her. I said 6 rings on me like I'm in LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. A middle season.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Atlanta Falcons. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
Ready? 70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 19 tight. 19 Dragon 60. Ready?
Sanders now to the air right away. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Josh Jacobs, who won a national title with Alabama, on this field. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? Or what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Faced with a first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the other?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Here's Sanders. Able to find Higgins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up second and 5.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. Mustang 19.
Sanders to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's going to be for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here we go. Check, Bobcat, Cowboy.
The slot man in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Let's go. Fix the Eagles.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The extra point by Carson up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, set. 33, set.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that. Comes to around the 33.
Random, to me, what's a great record on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Here we go, set.
Again, it's Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there, a Falcon first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Ready. Go. 45. White.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set, hut. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. The Falcons still looking for that first win. 0-6 to start the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 79 Broncos.
Throwing, Sanders. They'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Trap 60, trap 60.
In motion goes the tight end.
70 range, 70 range.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
60 by 6.
Jacobs going to try to middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8.
19, Sergeant. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the gun, it's Shador. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 5. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and forever.
Cup 19 Lions.
Sanders. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Jalen Walker providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And now where will the side judge stop his block? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, that's what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second and 7 from the 20.
Back to 2. Down. Hut.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And this will be a Falcons first down as he gets this out past the 30.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Right now I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Let's go now. 45. Smash.
They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Red! 70 Lions!
Now Sanders. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And third and 8 now.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
To run it down, and your money, y'all. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it down. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest in my sun it down. Whenever I get your money up, believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Everything that I love.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Taken down.
And making the tackle there, Jacoby Durant.
No gain on the play.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The stop for no gain brings up second and 10 from the 20.
Wait, let's go. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And that's complete to Parker Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The rookie from Oregon on target with that one. That leads to a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Set, hut, set,
On first and 10, it's Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Yellow, 22 seconds.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's go now. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Florian American. And the Jags will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand you have to pick up the routes quickly as well.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
At the 43-yard line.
To throw is Sanders. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
On first down, they drop to throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Spotlighted him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the gun, it's Sanders. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And they push him back 8 yards and time on 2nd down.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Penix to the air once more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 7. Cam Little to kick off.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
From the shotgun, Sanders. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
79 Broncos.
Here's Sanders. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Okay,
Not
ready?
totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18, go!
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Stephanie! 60,
That is intercepted. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he goes out right around the 39.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd down.
down. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by Pitts. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Black 40. Ready.
He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now they'll shift things around. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready, Ready.
Sanders to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
To throw now, here's Sanders. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
60 Eagles, 18, 5 in. Go.
Sanders. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk